Namaskar. Nepal has been suffering from the crisis of autonomy in foreign policy decision making. In this light, I have observed in this way. Nepal stands at a pivotal juncture, grappling with a profound predicament, a crisis of autonomy in shaping its foreign policy decisions. Situated as a country of a strategic importance between two prominent global powers, India and China, and within a region of complex geopolitical intricacies, Nepal's every foreign policy move resonates within a network of interwoven interests. This situation has engendered a nuanced predicament, one that demands astute navigation as Nepal endeavors to safeguard its sovereignty while simultaneously participating proactively in the global arena. The challenge at hand presents a unique blend of obstacles and prospects requiring Nepal to tread cautiously while capitalizing on the potential avenues that lie before it. Caught between the strategic gravitational forces of neighboring giants and the intricate threads of international diplomacy, Nepal's foreign policy deliberations have acquired an added layer of complexity. The multifaceted interplay of economic partnerships, security concerns, and historical ties renders every foreign policy decision a delicate balancing act. While this dynamic landscape poses inherent challenges, it also offers Nepal the opportunity to craft a strategic foreign policy framework that harnesses its unique position to its advantage. By nurturing relations with both neighboring and distant nations, Nepal can harness the diverse perspectives at play to chart a course that furthers its national interests while contributing to global stability. The crisis of autonomy in foreign policy decisions does not merely present challenges, it also offers avenues for Nepal to assert its diplomatic prowess through proactive engagement in regional and international forums. Nepal can elevate its diplomatic profile, ensuring that its voice resonates in the shaping of global agendas. By leveraging its geopolitical position as a bridge between East and West, Nepal can facilitate dialogues, foster collaborations, and promote a discourse that not only serves its sovereignty but also advances shared interests. This intricate balancing act underscores the need for Nepal to evolve its foreign policy strategy, embracing a nuanced approach that draws strength from the complexities it faces. Throughout its history, Nepal has been steadfast in its commitment to a policy of non alignment and diplomatic equilibrium. This approach, characterized by a careful balancing act on the global stage, has allowed Nepal to navigate complex international dynamics while preserving its autonomy and independence. Nevertheless, the winds of change sweeping across the global landscape bring forth new complexities that challenge Nepal's traditional stance. Economic considerations, shifting power dynamics, and evolving security landscapes have collectively cast a spotlight on the inherent tension between upholding this legacy of balanced diplomacy and responding to the pressing demands of a rapidly changing world. The very foundations of Nepal's diplomatic principles have encountered turbulence due to these evolving global dynamics. The emergence of regional powerhouses and their growing influence within the South Asian region presents Nepal with a pressing need to reassess its foreign policy strategy. The gravitational pull exerted by these larger players demands a recalibration of traditional norms to effectively address the interests and expectations of these powerful neighbors. Nepal's historical position as a buffer between these forces now requires careful recalibration to avoid being unduly swayed by external pressures while still capitalizing on the opportunities that such relationships present. The intensification of economic interests and security concerns has cast a new light on Nepal's diplomatic landscape. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the ramifications of global events are felt even in the most remote corners of the planet. This reality has introduced new variables into Nepal's foreign policy calculus, necessitating a delicate balance between safeguarding national interests and participating in the global discourse. The delicate art of maintaining a policy non alignment while pragmatically engaging with emerging economic powers underscores the complexity of the choices that Nepal must make to ensure its continued relevance in an ever-changing international arena. The intricate tapestry of Nepal's foreign policy is notably woven with threads from its neighboring giants, China and India, both of paramount strategic significance. These two nations project contrasting narratives that intricately influence Nepal's diplomatic compass. Nepal's deepening involvement with China, exemplified by its participation in initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative, has ushered in a wave of economic prospects. This engagement holds the promise of infrastructure development, connectivity, and enhanced trade. However, this burgeoning relationship also raises valid apprehensions about the potential erosion of Nepal's cherished autonomy and the potential for unwarranted external influences. This dynamic places Nepal at a critical juncture, necessitating a delicate balance between harnessing the benefits of economic collaboration while safeguarding its sovereignty. Nepal's diplomatic landscape is equally shaped by its historical and cultural affinities with India, fostering deep-rooted connections that span centuries. These enduring ties are entwined with shared traditions, economic cooperation, and people-to-people interactions. To effectively navigate this intricate diplomatic maze, Nepal's leaders must exercise diplomatic prowess in striking a harmonious equilibrium between its burgeoning partnership with China and the enduring bonds it maintains with India. The convergence of interests and potential overlaps between these two neighboring giants necessitates a judicious approach that prevents Nepal from being caught in the crossfire of geopolitical rivalries. The challenge before Nepal lies in deftly managing this intricate balance without compromising its sovereign identity. Diplomatic finesse will be key as Nepal charts its course in the global arena, defying simplistic dichotomies and recognizing that its autonomy is intrinsically tied to its ability to leverage the advantages from its diverse set of relationships. By exercising discernment and utilizing its unique geographic location to its advantage, Nepal can establish itself as a bridge between these two global players, facilitating collaboration, fostering stability, and reaping the benefits of both economic prosperity and diplomatic influence. Nepal's intricate dance on the international stage involves a nuanced interplay between asserting its autonomy and engaging in the collaborative efforts of international organizations and forums. This equilibrium is crucial as Nepal seeks to balance the pursuit of its national interests with the responsibility of participating in collective global decision making. This balance is practically and particularly pronounced when considering Nepal's active involvement in addressing critical global issues such as climate change, human rights, and sustainable development. The complexity of this crisis is most apparent when examining Nepal's participation in discussions on paramount global concern. The urgency to combat climate change, promote human rights, and foster sustainable development often necessitates collaborative approaches that transcend national boundaries. Yet, this collective engagement occasionally brushes against Nepal's intrinsic values and unique identity, striving to uphold its distinct cultural heritage and historical trajectory while contributing constructively to global solutions demands a delicate and finely calibrated approach. Walking this tightrope between autonomy and collective action requires Nepal to navigate international forums with finesse. The nations, diplomats, and representatives must be astute in articulating Nepal's perspectives, ensuring that the nation's voice is heard and that its contributions are effective and relevant. This process entails not only a commitment to safeguarding Nepal's autonomy, but also a dedication to demonstrating how the nation's distinct viewpoints can enrich and diversify the discourse on these global issues. Ultimately, Nepal's ability to delicately balance autonomy and collaboration will shape its capacity to play an influential role in addressing the challenges that resonate beyond its borders. The confluence of economic partnerships and Nepal's struggle to maintain autonomy in its foreign policy decisions is a complex terrain where pragmatic considerations intersect with sovereignty concerns. The pivotal role of foreign investments and trade agreements in fueling Nepal's economic growth cannot be overstated. However, this economic reliance on external stakeholders potentially poses challenges to the nation's ability to independently shape domestic policies. As Nepal seeks to optimize the advantages of international cooperation, it simultaneously grapples with the imperative to shield its industries, preserve labor rights, and safeguard its unique national interests. Nepal's pursuit of economic prosperity necessitates a delicate balancing act, one that navigates the currents of global trade while ensuring the preservation of its domestic autonomy. Foreign policy, investments bring not only capital but also foreign influence, raising questions about the extent to which Nepal can maintain control over its economic destiny. The influx of capital can potentially shape the national economic landscape in ways that may not fully align with Nepal's social, cultural, and developmental goals. This intersection of economic interests and national sovereignty necessitates a comprehensive and forward-looking foreign policy framework that anticipates and mitigates potential conflicts between economic growth and domestic policy autonomy. Safeguarding industries, protecting labor rights, and ensuring fair trade practices are paramount considerations for Nepal as it engages in international economic partnerships. While these partnerships offer opportunities, they also underscore the importance of a coherent and assertive foreign policy that negotiates terms beneficial to Nepal's long-term development. Striking a balance between participating in global economic networks and retaining control over domestic policies requires meticulous attention to detail, transparency, and foresight. An informed and vigilant foreign policy stance is pivotal in charting a path that not only maximizes economic benefits but also preserves Nepal's capacity to make decisions that reflect its unique needs and aspirations. In the evolving landscape of international commerce, Nepal's approach to economic partnerships is pivotal in shaping its future. An all-encompassing foreign policy strategy that intricately weaves together economic considerations and national autonomy can serve as a safeguard against undue external influence. As Nepal navigates this multifaceted terrain, a balanced approach that leverages international collaboration while preserving domestic control will be instrumental in fostering sustained growth and safeguarding the nation's sovereignty.